Hi folks. Today I would like to discuss with you a little bitty article that appeared in the Dallas Morning News. This is it, kids, the actual article. See? This happens to do with China, communist-led China, the Middle Kingdom, in a region and or province known as Guangdong. And it's in the southeastern portion of the country. And in this region there's a little bitty village of about 20,000 people on the coast. And it's called Wukan. That's what it's called. Wukan. What's happening there is the local authorities, who are communist, have been selling land to developers, to industrial developers, etc., right from the people without the people knowing about it until they find out their land has been confiscated for redevelopment for businesses. And the people are upset. Well, you're taking my land. Two, you have not compensated me. So there was a huge demonstration, and the commie authorities behaved like commies do. They started beating on the people. The people backed off, but they continued, and the commie authorities agreed to meet with the representatives of the people. That's it, kids. So the representatives go meet with the commie authorities. In essence, what they did, they let the commie authorities know who the leader of these people were. So now the representatives go back home, and guess who's waiting for them? The commies! They get arrested. Yeah! You exposed yourself, you got arrested. But the sad part about this is, I think there was 4 of them. One of them died while in police custody. And the police said, hey, he had a heart attack. You beat him up enough times, maybe that will happen. But here's what happened. So they give the body back to the family and they question, hey, there's bruises all over that dead body. What are you talking about? You didn't beat him up. And the commie said, well, you know, folks, that happens when somebody dies. Bruises start to surface. Of course, they're right. When somebody dies from getting beat up, there are bruises. And that's in essence what happened here. So the people just started rioting again, and they really got angry at the commie thug authorities and the police. The police left town and the commie authorities left town. But the police didn't leave it entirely. They surrounded the village. Yeah! A medieval siege is taking place in that town. They are not allowing they are not allowing people to exit or enter the village. And they're stopping all food deliveries. So rather than them go into town, the police, with bullets like they normally do, they're going to do this humanely. They're not going to use bullets to suppress these people. They're just going to starve them to death. To the communists, either use a bullet or you starve them. They starve them. Remember now, Mao Zedong, Chairman Mao there, he's responsible for the starvation of 30 million of his own people. So you think they care about starving 20,000 people? It's a coastal village, a fishing village. The commie authorities on the coast are prohibiting their fishing fleet from going out to fish to feed the people, so they can starve the people. See? That's what commies do, kids. But the next day in the Dallas Morning News appeared this article written by a gentleman named Tom Lassiter for the McClatchy newspapers. Now Mr. Lassiter is assigned to the Beijing bureau of this newspaper. He writes in here something rather curious, because he snuck into the town to some of the back roads. Well, the people in the village aren't blaming the Communist Party in Beijing or the authorities there, just the local people. Hello? The local authorities are communists. So if you're blaming the local authorities, the Communist Party is being blamed and held responsible. But he had to probably put that disclaimer in there so the Beijing bureau of his newspaper would not be closed down and him thrown out of China. That was to cover his posterior. But he did write something here which was rather interesting, and I'm surprised it was written. The commies have said the reason why they have to have tight controls over the populace is because if you loosen the controls over 1.3 billion people, there'd be anarchy. There'd be mayhem in the country. Well, he said in this village, without the police and government officials there, everything's running fine, nice and smooth. The stores are open, people are sitting in cafes, people communicating on their bicycles with one another via walkie-talkies. Even though there's no food deliveries into the town, the grocery stores are still stocked. People are not hoarding anything. In other words, no oppression and everything's working just fine. He was allowed to print that? You see, folks, and this is happening throughout China. There's that cauldron just fermenting in China of freedom. People want to be free. They're going to be free. And you and I will witness this. Alright, folks. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the nation you happen to be in. And God bless those wonderful Chinese villagers for standing up to those thug commie bums. That's it, kids. Thug commie bums. Alright. We'll see you.